And she's wanting to see if you're going to run like some pussy guy like most people do. Because most guys run. They go watch TV. They go, she's unreasonable. They go read a book. They go, go get drunk. They go, work harder. Or are you going to break through? Now, here's how it works. When she goes in those modes, just set your clock and think, this is a 3-hour conversation. 3 hours. 3 hours. When she says nothing, think, 3 hours. And you got to say, nothing? What is it, honey? Nothing. What, honey, what is it? I know you. Nothing, nothing. You're imagining things. Honey, I worship you. I know you better than anybody on this earth. What is it? And then be prepared to find out what it is. Okay? And then while it's happening, you got to work, this is the hardest part, not to be hooked, because everything she says you're going to think is your fault, even if she's not making it your fault, and she will sometimes. Because you'll be beating yourself up, and then when you beat yourself up, you'll be angry and you'll yell at her. When you're just angry with yourself because you don't feel like you've really done a good enough job, because you didn't make her happy, you didn't anticipate or figure it out. But since emotions are faster than thought, you won't even know it. All you'll know is you're angry. And you think it'll be her, and it'll really be you.
The final step in the intervention is a ritual of commitment, which is like a renewal of the marital vows. As you listen, think to yourself, what is the most important thing that you can commit to your partner? What does he or she want more than anything else?
So now I want to know, what do you commit to this man?
Oh boy. I commit to make you know that you're number one in my life.
Now you, young man, what do you commit to this woman? And before you commit, she thought about what you really need. She didn't just commit off the top of her head. She didn't commit by thinking about what she'd be willing to give. See, remember I said when people leave a relationship, I've never met a human on earth that ever left a relationship where their partner was meeting all their needs. And you both knew you weren't meeting each other's needs. All you got to do is, my partner, how much certainty am I giving my partner that they're the most important thing? How much variety am I giving my partner? How significant are they making them feel? How much love? We always, I love them completely, but we forget about the other needs. And is it the way they receive love? We tell them they love them, but they want to look into our eyes, or they want to be touched or held, or they want to be made love to. Their way of receiving love, not your way of expressing it. How much growth am I helping to stimulate my partner? How much am I contributing in their mind to them, not my mind? And if those numbers are in the range of 6, 5, 4, you guys are friends. And if they're 3, 2, 1, you're roommates or on your way out. And if it's 8, 9, and 10, you guys have a legendary relationship and it's growing like crazy. And if all you did was check in regularly, instead of just checking with what you're not getting, what is it that she needs? And don't say it because it's smart. Say it from your heart because she'll know.
Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I promise you a strength and a love that you have never seen before.
Now we can celebrate. So beautiful. Thank you. I love you. I love both of you. I see the man in you. It's a heart-filled man. And it's a strong man. You need to separate from your mother and family, not separate, but you have to let them die so that she can become your one and only. just like you're gonna be her man. And you gotta promise to never threaten again. Or don't commit, but don't do the in-between, because she won't be able to survive that, and neither will you. Give it to him, Aisha. Give it to him.
In the midst of a powerful embrace, Tony completes the intervention by blocking once and for all Paul's threat of abandonment. The secret of a happy relationship is to know how to satisfy each other's human needs. When you satisfy any two needs of a person, you have made a connection. When you satisfy 4 of their needs, you have created a bond. If you satisfy all 6 of their needs, the person will never want to leave you. As we end this film, ask yourself, are you meeting your partner's human needs? Now, please stay tuned to see a short follow-up with Paul and Jen, as well as practical guidelines to use what you've learned now.
The decisions that we've made, and certainly I can speak for myself, I'm just so filled with happiness since I've left the Bahamas. You know, just the ability to experience the love that was always there. I know where I was. I was completely distanced from my wife. We had a cold relationship. We both knew there was something there, and we were struggling to survive together. Is really the way it was. And it started getting lonely. I know myself, I felt empty. I'm sure Jen felt empty because I wasn't giving anything. You know, I wasn't giving anything.
And I was giving everything I had to the kids, you know, and to my family, and, you know, because I wasn't getting it from him, you know. But I loved him. I knew I loved him, you know, so I was just so afraid to lose him that I just, you know, did anything I could just because I knew we had it in our hearts, you know.
So we were hanging on, is the best way to say it, is that we were hanging on. It was physically, I started to feel so much chest pain on a daily basis. I really started to believe I was going to have a heart attack. You know, it really felt like I was going to.
I feel like every day, I
can't see anything else. If they love the person they're with and they know it in their heart, just try one more time because it's so worth it. It's so worth it.
Do you feel, you know, that she loves the children? Do you feel like you're getting less love now?
No.
What's changed in that area?
Not only am I getting more of her affection, you know, that was always there, I'm noticing it more. It was always there, but I'm noticing it more. And my kids realize that we have a different relationship.
I think it definitely feels
soft.
different for the kids. I mean, we always tried to have as much normalcy, you know, as we could in the household, you know.
So we love
but
them so
the
much.
kids I think, have noticed a huge difference, you know. I think everybody has. I think our families too.
I think one of the biggest things is that my time with my kids now is available to them because I'm not distracted about how unhappy I am in other areas of my life. I am totally present with my kids, and I'm also totally present with Jen when I'm with her. And my kids understand that too, that, you know, mom's the priority here at this time.
Yeah, it's amazing. There'll be times when, you know, he'll come in and spending some time with me, and the kids will, Daddy, 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 you know. And he said, you know what, Mommy's number one right now, you know. Daddy's spending some time with Mommy. And that's just so, just makes me melt, you know, like, I feel like I'm number one, and that, you know, and I, you know, work, you know, at making sure he knows that he's number one for me, you know.
I think every day about the commitment that I made in that aisle in the Bahamas. I promise you a strength and a love that you have never seen. And I will never forget that. And I even told her today, I said, I love you so much today, and you will never lose this love. So don't worry. Ever.
How does that make you feel?
Unbelievable. Yeah. You know, it's like I'm crying because I just can't even, like, it's like I can't even believe it.
This is something you don't want to let go.
Yeah.
No, you don't want to let go.
Here are some ways to apply what you've learned to your relationship now. What are your top 2 needs? Certainty, variety, significance, connection, love, growth, or contribution? Second, how do you meet your top needs? Do you satisfy them more at work, at home, with friends, with relatives, or by yourself? What has to happen for you to feel that your top needs are met? How often does it have to happen, and with whom? Are you more responsive to words, to touch, to visual cues or gifts and gestures? What could your partner do to meet your needs better and more regularly? Have you told your partner? Take a moment to write it down. Pause the DVD if you'd like to take extra time. Third, ask yourself, at what level are you meeting your partner's 6 human needs? Write on a scale from 1 to 10. How certain is your partner that you love them? How much variety and surprise do they get from you? How significant do they feel that they are number 1 in your life? How much love and connection do they get from you on a daily basis? How much growth do they feel in your relationship? And how much do you help them to contribute? Is your partner more responsive to words, touch, visual cues, or gifts and gestures? What could you do every month, every week, every day, or several times per day for your partner? How would it feel to be completely confident that you can meet your partner's needs? If you are not sure how to meet your partner's different needs, ask them, what has to happen for you to feel this need has been met? Ask this question with respect to all 6 needs. Everyone has individual ways for meeting their needs. As their partner, your job is to know and serve them, even if their needs are difficult for you to understand. Now, ask yourself, which of your top needs are being met by people outside of your intimate relationship? Are they family members, friends, colleagues, children? Are you getting more significance, love, or variety from people other than your intimate partner? Does your partner ever feel jealous or displaced by this? Or are you getting needs met by someone who is critical or judgmental of your partner? If this kind of intrusion is creating a challenge for your partner, you need to correct it. Here is your assignment. Call this other significant person, whether it is your mother, your sister, your brother, or your friend, and tell them how much you love your partner. Tell them how happy you are to be in love with them and how much they mean to you. Observe the other person's reaction as you tell them. This person needs to understand that your partner comes first and that your partner is meeting your needs. Likewise, this will help your partner feel that you are putting him or her above your other relationships. Repeat this once a week. Tony teaches that there are 3 levels of relationship. In a level 1 relationship, the partners are only concerned about getting their own needs met. This type of relationship cannot last. At level 2, the partners barter for needs. I'll give you what you want if you give me what I want. We call this horse trading. This relationship can last, but will not bring lasting intimacy. At level 3, the partners put the other's needs first. This is the only relationship where love is unconditional, and it is essential to long-lasting fulfillment. You cannot enjoy a relationship at the highest level unless both of you are at level 3, discovering how to meet each other's needs and putting each other first. If you can do this, your relationship will transform before your eyes.
Now that you have seen the film, please go to www.actionworkbook.com to download your free 30-page workbook, which contains exercises for applying these strategies to your own life. Please stay tuned for a preview of other personal transformation films in the Inner Strength series.
Tell me about your father.
My father was, he had rules. He lived by many rules, but some of them, like stealing and lying, he wasn't too strict upon. But when it was me, it was very strict.
Yes.
At a time when her life seemed set in its course, one conversation changed it all.
How did you respond to these rules?
I sabotaged them sometimes, and then I got beaten.
Yes. And when you got beaten, what did you do to deal with it?
I couldn't care less.
Long ago, as a girl, she made a decision that has controlled her life.
You got harder, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
And tougher.
Mm-hmm.
So you became a man to try to survive.
Until now.
What would have happened if you would have cried and gone crazy? You don't know.
I have a guess, because my sister cried and he stopped.
That's right.
Join Lisa as she discovers a new kind of power.
Something to feel about.
Mm-hmm. Something to feel about.
That's right.
And finds a love that she hasn't felt for 60 years. Anthony Robbins in a live, uncut, personal transformation film that won't only move you, it may also change your life. If you have ever wished to go back in time, to change the person you've become, then you must learn to reclaim your true identity.
It's the lost me that is recovered. So it's who I was meant to be.
As I'm sure you know by now, early this morning, our time, there was a terrorist attack in New York and in Washington, D.C.
Called me this morning at 8:56 a.m. from the 101st floor to tell me that there was smoke in the room.
I'm the director of neurosurgery at one of our trauma hospitals, and I know what's going on right there, right now.
My first reaction was, as a Muslim, hey, this is retribution.
There are people in the world today, right this moment, who are celebrating at their success of pulling off an amazing logistical nightmare.
Muslims feel, hey, listen, you came into my home, took, my home, and you kicked me out.
Neither I nor anybody I know was ever raised with the concept of being a suicide bomber.
And then you give back, like, a little bathroom to me, and I'm supposed to celebrate, and when I'm not celebrating, you come and kick my ass?
A real warrior, not a thug who calls himself a warrior so he can feel better about himself. A thug is out just to create violence. Do it again.
And it's all here in your heart, too. So if you kill, you're killing a part of yourself.
Imagine you've built your business into a multi-million-dollar corporation. Your friends and family are asking you to invest their money. You're able to help so many people. And imagine waking up to find that it's all gone.
13-year career went away. I got wiped out by my stockbroker. I'd talked to him the day before about being conservative. He put me in 3 positions to wipe me out in 7 days. And the money that was wiped out isn't mine. I'm at a point in a month or two, I'm out of all dollars. More than financial is my letting myself down, my vision of who I am.
The loss of your identity.
The sense of my soul being competed for and torn apart. Money is the underpinning of our society. Suicide is a solution to an economic dilemma. What I can do is I can pay Laura back. The asset I do have is a life policy.
Well, you can't pay her back if you're gone.
No, yes, I can. The proceeds are named to her. I know it would pain her tremendously that she got this money by my not being here, but I know what will pain her a hell of a lot more if she doesn't have her money.
I will not let you be this selfish, because the guilt that she will have when you're gone, that you believe that nothing mattered but money, and that she wasn't able to get across to you that she really loved you, will destroy her life and everyone she cares about. And if you're going to be that selfish, I got to protect her from you.
Well, I don't give you permission to do that.
Well, I don't really think you have any authority over me.
And imagine that you could turn it all around in one day.
If I'd lost all my assets, but I didn't have obligations to other people.
I know, and you know what would happen then? You would not grow to become the man you're about to become.
Anthony Robbins in a live, uncut, personal transformation film. Conquering overwhelming loss.
If you love her no matter what, and you go deeper every time she puts up a wall, what can you be certain will happen?
How am I meant to be true to myself if I have 4 children that rely on me and a controlling husband?
Now, how do you define controlling?
Oh, did it hurt?
Oh, that was very warm. Stand up. You stood up for a reason. It's time to handle this. Come on, stand back up.
I think the biggest thing I can do for her is let her go instead of trying to hold her back.
And how are you holding her back?
I think through my fears of losing her.
Does she really want to go?
Deep down, I don't think so, but yeah, she's told me she has.
What she's really trying to do is get you to show up and be man, because you love the woman, you don't know what to do.
He's not a pussy. He's got everything he wants.
Really? He doesn't have you happy? Why don't you, there's the answer. It's not in your head. The answer is in his face. I want you to tell him what you're really feeling. And the whole time she does this, I want you totally present.
I'm scared to tell him things because he'll get angry.
I know, honey. I know you're scared. I'm asking you to trust him right here, because if he does, I'll just punch them. And when you're willing to love her when she seems crazy, she'll trust you. And when she trusts you, she'll open to you. When she opens to you, you're going to feel like a man again. Her job is to try to hurt you. Your job is to show nothing will ever hurt me because I love you. You can scream, you can yell, you can smack me. You're never getting away. I will take care of you forever.
His constant negative crap in the house all the time.
The more she does this, become more of a man. She's doing everything she could say to hurt because she's hurting so bad and saying, do you really love her? Because most men would have run.
If you did, I wouldn't be feeling like this. You would be showing me.
She's got a hell of a bag, doesn't she? She's got a great bag of tricks.
Keep coming, baby.
Oh.
Be a man and tell her the truth. Why don't you have her heart? What have you been and how will it be different?